Hello everyone and welcome, my name is Andrew Can and together we can game. In the last episode of Can Play Kingdom Hearts, we made our way and defeated the Pegasus Cup. In this episode, Eli Nation let me know that I missed 2 chests here in the Moogle shop. We have found Dalmatian puppies number 7, 8, and 9. So thanks man, really does help, and I just completely overlooked these. Also obtained the Mithril Shard. That said, on to today's episode. Hello everyone, we are going to be departing from Monstro to where we were trying to go originally when we took this path. Now, this is going to be fun for me. If you are new to Kingdom Hearts, I want you to get ready and be prepared for a very infamous level. I'll discuss it a little bit more as we get there, but if you have played Kingdom Hearts before, you'll know exactly what I am referencing. If you're brand new, I hope you are excited. I am. I actually have a fondness for this level, and I'll explain more as we get there. But one of my favorite parts about this gummy ships is I really love the different gummy ship types we will see. Some people have asked me, who is piloting these? That's actually a great question. My headcanon is it's Heartless, but I actually don't know. It's actually a very valid point if you think about it. So hopefully it's the Heartless, or maybe, Sora, Donald, and Goofy just decided, you know what, we've had enough. But here it is, a unique world that is coming up. If you recognize it, you would be correct in saying that this is Atlantica, the home of the Little Mermaid. Let's go ahead and disembark. Okay guys, prepare for landing. Land where? In the sea? We'll drown. Not with my magic we won't, just leave it to me.
Come on, Sebastian!
Ariel, wait! Slow down! Don't leave me behind!
Oh, relax, Sebastian. They don't look like one of them. Right, Flounder?
I don't know. There's something weird about them.
What do you mean?
They do seem a little different. Where are you from?
We're from kind of far away. And we're not really used to these waters,
Oh, I see. In that case, Sebastian can show you how we swim around here.
Ariel! King Trident will not like this!
Oh, don't worry.
Easy for you to say. Okay, it's time to learn how to swim properly. Use up, down, left, right to swim, press circle to rise, and square to dive. Release them to stop rising or diving. All right, everyone, practice swimming with Flounder. Try to tag him. All right, begin. So here we are in Atlantica, one of the most hotly contested episodes, well, not episodes, but worlds within Kingdom Hearts. There are people who like it and there are people who loathe it. First, I want to just call out, look at how awesome these forms are. It makes sense that Sora is a mermaid. It makes sense that Donald and Goofy are the creatures they are. Goofy, of course, being a sea turtle because of his love of shields, and honestly, even though Donald is a duck, they can't breathe that long underwater, so it makes sense that he is an octopus in my head. Now, I first want to call out the attention to detail of this music. It is such a great rendition of Under the Sea. Gotta give props to the music in each of these different worlds of Disney. Another cool fact, this is actually Jodie Benson, the voice of Ariel. Or Ariel, I should say. Ariel is what Sebastian calls Ariel. So you can talk to both of them, keep at it. And if we talk to Ariel, we see good luck. We are here and tasked to tag Flounder. So this is kind of the mechanic. What some people do not know is this is technically an optional world. You do not have to do it unless you're going for some sorts of completion or achievements or whatever you want. I will say I am doing it because I enjoy this world, and I'll explain why as we go around. One thing I think it does very well is explain some later game mechanics, and as we get there, we will get there. If you ever lose Flounder, a really good tip is just try the lock-on. Again, the lock-on will help you see where Flounder is. You can just then go to him. We will keep tagging him, keep enjoying this level. Again, I think I like it a lot, and it could just be a fondness I had when I was a kid. I really enjoyed the Little Mermaid film. I think this does a really great job of recreating just kind of the world they present in that movie. And I really think it's fun, but as you see and as we go along, I want to know, what are your thoughts of Atlantica, whether you are old or new?
Good job! Now let's move on to self-defense.
Sebastian!
Eh? Class is over. Good luck.
Of course they come right at the time of defense, but magic trumps all. So quick magic attacks will do a lot there. Ariel comes back, and we can collect the spoils of our reward. Now, this actually does a few things. I find it funny, right before we were gonna learn combat, they attack. So those are the sea neon enemies. They're a jellyfish kind of heartless. Now, in order to let these guys out, just hit them with your keyblade. Those creatures chased us here. Oh no, those monsters might be heading for the palace too. We'd better head back right away. But what if we run into more of them on our way back? I'm sorry, but we need your help. Please come to the palace with us. The Trident markers on the walls point the way there. We won't get lost as long as we follow them. Okay, let's get going. So similar to how I handled Aladdin, I actually don't think I'm going to include Ariel right now until it makes sense in the story. I think that's how I'm going to handle this. So this is a save point, and it also does a great job of teaching us a concept with these shells. There are chests in this world, but there are also these clamshells that we can hit or use magic on, and I will show you as we go on. One thing we can do is follow these tridents to get to the palace. So now we are at the Undersea Valley. Atlantica. Now combat is a little different here. Because we don't have solid ground, we can't use some of our abilities. But you can still use magic underwater, as I showed off early. Now, a cool thing, especially with using this Keyblade, is we get those 2 extra points of magic. It was done on purpose. Now, for this level, I tend to find myself using magic more. Also see that we got a new ability, more equipment, I believe, and a level up. Nice. So let's go ahead, quickly take that out. That way, hopefully we can do this. Again, if it's red, use fire. If it is blue, use blizzard. And if it is yellow, use thunder. So let's go ahead and see what our abilities are. And actually, since we're here, I can't use Sonic Blade, right? Ironic, right before I used it. I think if I saw that correctly, that was Treasure Magnet. Might as well equip it. Can't use the others underwater. So I don't think I got any new equipment. But yeah, it's just a thing to know. So now we're using even more Treasure Magnet. We're gonna get more stuff here. But this already has a really high abundance of items as it is. Like, these clamshells are really good if you need some items. Now, obviously, as we keep going on, we're gonna see more of the Heartless types. And I really do not mind them. I think it is really cool. Just the different Heartless types, and I think here especially, it shows the creativity of the team. I do think they had to include the Little Mermaid. If you really just think about how important it is to Disney, if it wasn't for this, Disney would have maybe had to shut down. The Disney Renaissance that started with this film is incredibly important, and that is why I think having it included here is so important. Do I think that they handled the level perfectly? I mean, I think they did the best with what they had. I think it's a really creative idea, and I like this level, but I think, again, it could be a fondness. I understand if you do not. I do not want to say, I'm not one of those people that are like, you have to hate this or you have to like it. I want you to form your own opinion and tell me what you think. So, as we continue moving on, we're gonna go and keep fighting the Heartless. And again, using this is so useful. Now, someone told me the reason that they are calling out, which I actually completely forgot, is because when you do that, you are focusing the priority of your party on that Heartless when you tap on triangle like I would do. So now you know. Very useful. Gonna go ahead and grab as much as I can. There's no harm in doing so. And as we get closer, let's keep getting more items. I do want to say as well that this level does such a great job of recreating the music, in my opinion. Maybe that's why. I think that The Little Mermaid has some great music. Not only just the singing, but the instrumentation in it is fantastic. So between all the different things you get, you really get a good sense of just this world represented, in my opinion. Now, I will say, I want to stop trying to use so much magic. Gotta fight a little bit. But I understand if this is not your favorite, if you're not a big magic person. But if you have the Spellbinder Keyblade, which you can easily get, you can use it to make this level go by a lot faster, especially if you're not that big of a fan. Again, I'm not going to force you to do something you may not want to do. Now, if you ever get lost, remember the advice, follow those Tridents. So where are they pointing? They're pointing over here down. Not to say that it is impossible to get lost, but it is important to pay attention. Go into the calm depths. So another thing you're going to want to do is you need to go in this shallow cove. My best advice is hug this wall and boom, super easy. Now we have more search ghosts, a returning enemy type, and pretty easy to handle, honestly. So you can do that. You can also just use fire. I like how I'm going to stop relying on it so much, and then I continue to rely on it. So I'm going to go ahead, use a tech point. I will say, I have seen some people say they don't like this level because they think it's too easy to get experience for. I get that argument, but I also think it is one of those situations where you could argue there are a lot of Heartless that are easy to take out, and I just think Atlantica gets the raw end of the stick. I definitely think Monstro has a lot of the same type of enemy, and yeah. Now, if you do go up here, you will be sent back to the area before, so just keep following those Tridents. You'll make your way to Trident's palace. Ooh, very nice. So I am super excited. The way you handle these is we're going to use our stop ability. When you do so, you're going to get some tech points, and you're also going to get these bubbles. Now, I don't actually think I can handle the enemy that is going to be here, but I can at least do this and get some magic and get some experience. It's gonna be really cool. Again, these white mushrooms, very cool enemy. Really hope I can have this luck later. Sometimes I have it, sometimes I do not. So with that, we stopped. He's gonna drop his orbs for us to get. We wanna swim around and grab them. And here is the enemy type. It's a unique enemy. If I remember, it's the pink, I can't really pronounce it, but I'll put it on screen. So if we hit stop, the whole thing is, I can't really do what it's asking us to do. So I'm going to keep stopping him and keep on attacking him. And this may not even be that good, but you get tech points the more you attack him in a short period of time. And the idea is he's great for synthesis farming. And what you do is the more you hit him, the more items you get. Obviously, I didn't hit him that much, but I did get some tech points. So I think that would be a win. You know, I'm actually kind of low on this one. Maybe I'm just going to quickly pop that cottage. You know, it's something I need to get better at. So why not now to get better? Now we appear in the Undersea Gorge. Again, a lot of these jellyfish Heartless, a lot of these search ghosts. An easy spell if you're just looking to get rid of them quickly is fire. I believe they're an ice-based enemy, or maybe that's just something they drop. If I'm remembering correctly. I think they drop frost gems. These, of course, dropping those bright gems. So, who would have thought? Jellyfish, right? But I think it's true. I think that is what they drop. So, gonna collect more. Speaking of more, we'll use Blizzard there. Get the item right here. Again, pays to explore here. Come on. Mithril Shard. I'm like, it pays to explore. Me also cannot seem to get the item for whatever reason. Well, it's those controls. Again, I don't hate them, but I too can struggle with them. Go ahead and tap twice. Thanks, Donald, making it super easy. And then notice how in combat they won't open fully. You do need to make sure that you have all the enemies taken out. That actually is a mechanic that's going to return later, and I'll make sure to inform you when. Now, I don't know. Can I actually go? Yes, I can. We can go to Ariel's Grotto now. So you were supposed to do this a little later, but there's no harm in doing it now. Remember how I said there's clams and also traditional chests? Well, this is from that famous scene in the movie. And again, if you're a Disney kid like I was, so cool to be here. Now, I believe there are a couple of chests here on different levels. Some of them are not actionable, but some of them, like this one, are. So if we open it here, we have a cottage again. So replenish the one I used, and I think a little higher. Maybe I'm too high. This the one? Yes. We get Torn page 3 of 5. We are almost done with that, and I can't wait to explore all the torn pages together. Also love the globe, love all the human items. Again, maybe one day we can be a part of the human world we once knew in Destiny Islands all again. You get that joke? Thank you. I'll be here all as long as you decide to watch. So thank you for watching, and thank you for enjoying. All right, now we can fight them, or we can continue following the Tridents, which I am going to do. We don't need to fight everything, but we do have a new enemy type, the Screwdriver. One thing to note of them is that if you use a thunder spell on them, it'll heal them like so. So be careful when doing that. You want to use magic, use other spells. Do not use thunder. If you look closely, actually, I like how their spears kind of act like a lightning, a conductive point. Although technically we're underwater, everything is a conductive point. But look, again, you got to stretch your beliefs here, folks. Otherwise, it's going to you're going to fight semantics all day. But we're going to take out some of these search ghosts. We're going to have a good time. There are more stuff here. I'm just using magic. Tech point for using it in that state. I believe, as long as we're careful. I think there are a couple of clams over here. Here's one. Want to use the clam shell. Cottage again. Again, this is again, great place for items. Now, I believe here it is. Gonna keep tapping on the clam shells, get us what we want. So we've shown a fire one, we've shown an ice one, and yes, I was right. There is a thunder one over here. So I think this is actually how it was supposed to teach you. Maybe you focus on this shell and then it comes by and you learn that way. So I think we have all of them. Maybe there's a straggler over here. Yes, there is. We go ahead and grab it. An elixir, very useful item. So now, before we go on, 3 of you. Like I said in the past, good in a group. To use that Thunder Gem, very useful for that synthesis. Before I was so rudely interrupted. Love the look of that. I know it's just a 2D item, but they really do a great job of capturing just the rays, the artwork. It's so cool.
That was too close. As long as I have my Trident, I will not tolerate those creatures inside this palace.
Daddy?
Oh, Ariel, when will you listen? It's dangerous out there. Strange creatures lurk outside.
Behold, you swim before the ruler of the seas, His Majesty King Trident.
And who are they?
They helped us fight off those creatures.
They don't look familiar.
We're from an ocean very far away.
Yup, we came to find the keyhole.
The what?
What's that?
Yup, well, it's a...
There's no such thing, certainly not here.
But Daddy...
Ariel, not another word. You are not to leave the palace. Is that clear? Perhaps I'm being too strict. I'm just concerned for her safety.
Of course, Your Majesty. But I must admit, now I'm quite curious about this keyhole.
That need not concern you, Sebastian. Have you anything to report?
Just as you suspected, Your Majesty, they seem to be coming from Ursula's Grotto.
I knew it. That sea witch is up to no good again. A sea exile from the palace has taught her nothing.
Yes, she poses serious danger.
And I told you to keep Ariel away from such danger, did I not?
Your Majesty, please,
Poor Sebastian, man. He's got roped into a lot of different things. I understand both Trident and Ariel's side here. Ariel wanting to see more of the world, Trident just trying to keep her safe, especially with these unknown creatures. But if we go back to Trident's throne room, you can actually speak to Trident again. So if you speak to him, he will say, let's see. You came all this way swimming like that. He definitely suspects us. And if you talk to Sebastian again, Ariel is a princess of Atlantica, but she's always swimming off from the palace and doing as she pleases. That girl ought to behave more like a princess. Well, with all this talk about princesses, Ariel seems important. Remember how I said there was going to be a moment when I switched with Ariel in the party? That's coming up now. So over here is a save point, and you can actually manage your party and do more. But we're going to do more in the next episode. Let me know. What do you think about Atlantica? What are your thoughts on this level? What are your thoughts on the Disney movie? And what do you think about Sora, Donald, and Goofy's new look? I'm curious to what you have to say. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your time. I'm Andrew Can, together we can game, and I hope you have a great day.